Hello, and thanks for joining us. I'm Mel Showers.
And I'm Roseanne Haven. First on 5, the anticipation is building for football fans. We are less than an hour and a half away from the BCS National Championship, the rematch game of the century, an hour and 20 minutes away. The Alabama Crimson Tide and LSU Tigers will take to the field at 7:20, and fans across the country are getting ready.
The epicenter of all the action is the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Days of practices, media interviews, and speculation all comes down to this.
We have crews inside and out of the Superdome. Our BCS coverage brought to you by our Gulf Coast GMC dealer. Here now is News 5's Jessica Taloni from outside the dome with more. Jessica.
Well, Mel and Roseanne, you said the anticipation is building. Well, the excitement and the energy is building as well as we get closer to kickoff. The doors of the Superdome opened about half an hour ago to ticket holders. Only 73,000 fans are lucky enough to have a seat inside the Superdome. Here is a live look inside the dome right now. You can see it is a slow process getting fans through security and to their seats. But this is a sold-out game. Every seat will be filled. Meanwhile, the official pregame party started about 2 o'clock at Champion Square. That is right outside the Superdome. Tide and Tiger fans tailgated together. The city of New Orleans estimates 250,000 fans will travel to New Orleans tonight or last weekend. They are here now just to be a part of this championship game. We caught up with a few extreme fans this afternoon.
Everybody's trying to buy my ticket, and I'm like, no, you cannot buy this experience. So,
is there any price you would let that ticket go for?
Oh, no, not at all. It's not for sale.
Watching the game. Never been to a championship game. First time coming, so we took off coming down here, ready for it.
LSU is considered the home team for this game tonight, but Alabama fans, well, they didn't have far to travel, especially those fans coming from the Mobile area. News 5's Chad Petrie continues our live team coverage from inside the Superdome with more on that. Chad?
Well, Jessica, it is super cool to be here in the Superdome. People have been waiting for this game all week, all season long, and a lot of the fans that are filling the stands right now are from the Gulf Coast area, including Mobile, Alabama. For now, we're live in the Superdome, and Jessica, I throw it back to you.
Certainly an exciting time to be here in New Orleans. A Mardi Gras atmosphere is probably the best way to describe it. Our live team coverage will continue later in this broadcast with News 5 Sports Director Randy Patrick inside the Superdome. Until then, I'm Jessica Taloni reporting live in New Orleans for News 5.
Thanks, Jessica.
All righty, have fun, Jessica. Tickets for tonight's matchup could very well be the highest priced ever for a college football game.
Oh, yeah. Check this out, folks. On StubHub.com, tickets on the lower levels of Bama's side are going for $1,800 to $4,000. LSU's lower level ticket price ranges $1,500 to $2,400. Even the nosebleeds are expensive, ranging from $1,300 to $2,300. News 5's Alan Carter also spent some time on Bourbon Street today.
Let's check in with him now.
In journalism school, one of the first things they teach you is to be unbiased in your reporting.
Yeah, Alan got an eyeful. The game will be carried exclusively by ESPN. The cable sports giant paid $125 million to carry all BCS games until 2014, leaving those without cable or satellite with few options. As News 5's Pat Peterson reports, tens of thousands of local TV households will miss out on the rematch of the century.
About 54,000 of the Mobile, Pensacola area's 540,000 television households. Live on the Baldwin County beat, Pat Peterson, News 5.
It's a super matchup in the Superdome. Alabama ready to take on LSU, and the wait is almost over. I'm Randy Patrick in the Dome. I'll have a live report coming up.
Also coming up, just over an hour away from the BCS championship, chances are you aren't making your way to New Orleans to watch the big game.
WKRG Road to the National Championship, brought to you by your Gulf Coast GMC dealers.
Welcome back to the Superdome in New Orleans. The countdown to kickoff is on. A lot of excitement throughout the state of Alabama, and including all the way down south in Gulf Shores. And let's join Debbie Williams at the hangout to see what is happening for all the folks in Southwest Alabama getting ready for tonight's epic showdown. Debbie?
Randy, the folks up here would certainly like to be where you are inside the Superdome. And just a little over an hour before kickoff, and then the party here really begins. The party also starting over across the bay in Mobile, where Lauren Vargas is standing by.
Debbie, I can't hear you at all because the excitement is awesome. Give me a roll tide, everybody. A very different scene than 5 o'clock if you were watching. Nobody was here, but now everyone is pumped just like they promised. ESPN is streaming. I was actually with some of these guys back in November for the other matchup, and it was epic. So exciting. So we are very excited. Just about an hour till kickoff, and we are here and ready to party. We will have more coming up at 10 o'clock. Reporting live in West Mobile, Lauren Vargas, News 5.
One last check of the countdown clock. As you can see, we are 54 minutes away until kickoff at the Superdome. News 5's Jessica Taloni is outside the Superdome. Jessica?
We're about an hour away from kickoff of the BCS championship game, #1 LSU versus #2 Alabama. The doors of the Superdome opened for ticket holders about an hour ago at 5:30. 73,000 fans are lucky enough to have a ticket. For those of you not watching the game, please join Mel and Roseanne tonight for News 5 at 10 o'clock. We will have a complete wrap-up of the BCS championship game coming up tomorrow morning on News 5 this morning. I will join Bill, Devin, and John beginning at 5 o'clock. Until then, I'm Jessica Taloni in New Orleans for News 5.
A lot of excitement.
Thank you very much, Jessica.